welcome back, I guess. This is season 3 of the Black and Brown Get Down podcast. Shout out to Joe, our co-host from season 2. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna pull up on you. So Joe, we're waiting for you. We love you. Also, I mean, can we talk about this set? Trinity Barriere created the set for us, and so you can now catch us at the corner store. We're excited about this season because there are so many changes, so many things that we want to talk to you about. Real quick, before we even get started, you know that our podcast is about bringing Black and Brown people together. You know that we love to give big salutes, and so we want to always start off by giving the biggest salute to our common ancestor, the land. And so we want to acknowledge the land. We want to acknowledge the stewards of this land. We want to acknowledge the Chitimacha. We want to acknowledge the Choctaw. We want to acknowledge all the folks who have come before us, everyone who has worked this land. We want to acknowledge Black people who have worked this land for generations. We want to acknowledge the labor of people who have built this country, everything from the Chinese with the railroads to everyone, migrant workers who are in the fields, making sure that we have every produce, every fruit and vegetable that we need and that this country needs in order to run. We like to start with that, here in New Orleans, all about the service industry. And so big ups to everybody who works in the service industry, who flips them hotel beds so that everybody's friend can come into town and have a good time. It's festival season, and so we about to turn up in the city. We back outside. So big ups to everybody who is working really hard to make sure that, we get ahead, that our families are fed. And so we want to start with that. Quick update on the organization. We have a new format. The format is simple. Like, we're going to keep having guests. We're going to, but now we're on set. And so we'll be online. We'll have a YouTube. So, get the link. We'll also be continuing to do, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Get it there. Let's see what else. And we have some amazing things going on at Our Voice Nuestra Voz. One of those things is, we've been working more diligently around the issue of immigration. And so one of the things that we're doing is we're providing this amazing experience, taking a group of 20 Black leaders to the border, to the San Diego, Mexico border. I know a big thing just popped up in your mind. What about the cartel? We're going to be protected. So yeah, we're going to go build with our Haitian brothers and sisters out there, look at, migration, but specifically through a Black lens so that we can come back and run some campaigns. Louisiana has actually become number 2 in terms of detention centers. And so, we love to make money off of bodies, but we're going to make sure that we run these campaigns and that we free our people. So that's going on. Let's see. Let me get my handy dandy notes. I think that might be it. I mean, we have Greg Johnson joining us a little bit later. I think we got some books. Shout out to LaVon and her amazing book, Central Faith. I think we got to make sure that LaVon comes on. Shout out to my homegirl Paris and her cousin who just wrote this book, Out of Order. Shout out to them. Shout out to Dr. David Wallace, the big homie and board member. Awakening Minds is his book. He also owns and runs Dreamhouse Lounge, wellness and sober bar in the city that everyone loves. And so go follow him. It's going to be an amazing season. I think we're going to keep doing books. We're going to keep, giving you everything that you need and love. And so now we are going to talk about one of our segments, which is putting you on. New things. One of those things is these books. But another thing that is up, and, we love to center ourselves, but let me get messy with you real quick. Indicted. Donald Trump, the Orange Man. He has been indicted. He was arrested. We are an abolitionist organization. We want to make sure that we, shut down all prisons. But we don't. Well, we don't not believe in accountability. We do believe in accountability. And so, Donald Trump, you're going to have to be accountable for all the things that you did. If you haven't, heard about that, And now we're going to jump to our first Black Love, Brown Pride segment with Greg Johnson. Greg is an amazing entrepreneur. He's a franchise restaurant owner. He's a real estate developer. He's everyone's favorite friend. He throws the best parties in the city. You definitely want to know Greg. Well, let's get to that interview right now. Well, welcome to our first Black Love, Brown Pride, season 3. We are at the corner store, and Greg has joined us. How you doing, Greg?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm okay. Greg is one of the founders of Here We Go Entertainment. He's also a franchise restaurant owner. He is also a real estate developer. He is also everybody's friend. I mean, he's also a Virgo. No, I'm just playing. What's your sign?
I don't know.
Somebody knows. Look, somebody's over there asking, what time of day were you born? Trying to get your chart together.
I don't even know, you hear me?
So thank you for joining us. One of the things here at the Black and Brown Get Down podcast that we ask always is, when you think about your childhood, one of the things that you do is you throw these amazing events and people come together, and it's a vibe. It's a community. You always know what you're getting when you go to a party that you throw, right?
I appreciate that. That means a lot.
Right. Where do you get your first memories of community?
Memories of community?
Yeah. I know it's
That's
slightly
a random
different.
Question.
That is a random question,
what does that mean?
I don't know, the first party that you
the parties first party, I can tell you about the first party. I don't know about
that you grew up around though. Like, not necessarily the party that you threw. Right. I know you was doing this in high school, right?
Grew up around. That's an interesting question.
Ooh, not the ice coming out of my mouth.
I mean, Xavier was like, I guess, I'm lying. I'll tell you. I went to Gurnon Brown in my 11th grade year. My homie Justin Reece had got a Mercedes Benz, and it was an old Mercedes too. And we got that. I wouldn't go out. I would never go out when everybody asked you to go somewhere during high school. If my mom and dad had to bring me, I wasn't going. So my homie Harold, Justin was his older friend, but he was our partner. And Justin was like, y'all can ride with me. Shit. I was on the way. And we went out to Gurnon Brown that night. Yeah. It was like a Mac Main dance. It was popping too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was my first party at the time ever going out. I do remember that distinctively, actually. That's funny.
You had a cold fit on? What you had on?
I don't know. I knew I wasn't fresh. There was no chance in hell I was fresh on the first out. So I'm going to just take it as, I don't think so.
We all grow up around like family and family parties, and who was that person in your family?
My grandmother, 100%. My grandmother.
What's her name? Let's lift her up.
Mama.
Let's lift her up.
Mama. That was my grandma. We go uptown, parades, every holiday by my grandma.
She had people over.
Yeah, the whole family. Like,
and what was distinct to you knew you was with mama?
Everybody get full and fall asleep on a bed in a shotgun house.
Okay. 3
cousins sleep on the same bed, that type of action. Everybody sitting on the porch, the adults sat outside, and we inside sleeping and tired and from running around and full too. Yeah, for sure.
I love that. I love that. You are a St. Aug man.
Yeah, I'm a St. Aug graduate.
Listen, y'all roll deep.
And we don't play about our school.
Listen, not even a little bit.
I hope you ain't coming with no slander.
No.
It's gonna get real and I'm at to step out the interview.
No, I'm not. Actually, it's love. I'm asking
I'm setting the business straight before we even get started.
Oh God, listen.
All right, there we go.
So, but like, how did St. Aug really influence you personally and professionally?
Discipline. I lack discipline, like, period. St. Aug gave me the discipline to really, like, to sit down and, you know, take everything in and know that, you know, the world didn't revolve around you, but you was a piece of it. So you had to be disciplined to get everything you wanted or to work towards everything you wanted. And St. Aug gave me discipline because I was always just scatterbrained and never could really concentrate. And discipline essentially was what was given to me at St. Aug, and I appreciate every bit of it.
I love that. 100%. Favorite teacher?
Oh, that's a good one.
Probably Coach Payne.
Probably Coach Payne. Coach Payne, yeah, definitely Coach Payne.
What did you like about Coach Payne?
He was just real. Like, and honestly speaking, he never really wanted to paddle you. So I wasn't really tripping because I used to always, it was some days I'd leave that 10 licks in like every period. I'm like, man, this is getting rough. Coach Payne was like, Johnson, you just stupid, huh? I'm like, Coach, I'm sorry. He's like, all right, bro, go back to this. All right. I appreciate it.
But it was love.
It was love, always, 100%.
It'd be interesting to hear, like, okay, who you were in high school. How did you get to be, again, and when I say everybody's friend, I'm thinking like all the celebrities, of course, local people, right? But all these folks are like, if they come to town, they messing with you. So how did you get, like, to be that person? How did you, like, what's the first party you threw? How did you get in the game?
First party I threw, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't like this, like, super outgoing kid in high school. I was just like a, average, B-track kid, played football, played baseball, quit baseball. I think I might have got cut from the team like 10th grade year. Football, I was not the biggest kid. I wasn't the strongest kid. And it was like 17 D1 scholars on my team. So like junior year, I was sick of everybody getting the paper, and I'm like, man, they going crazy.
There was no shine right there.
Every school here, And I think that, you know what, I never even like put two and two together. That probably where the party thing came from, because it was like going into senior year, and I'm like, man, I ain't hit the field yet. I'm like, I don't think I'm ever gonna hit the field.
Your whole uniform still clean.
100% clean. I'm talking about no special teams, no nothing. So
what was your position?
Well, that's what I'm about to go to. You let me talk. You know what I'm saying? So senior year, we go to camp in Mississippi for like 2 days for like, I think it was like a week and a half or something like that. And I secretly was training to be the kicker, because all I kept seeing was everybody get their name in the paper. Now, mind you, it ain't too many 250-pound kickers in the state of Louisiana. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up being a kicker my senior year, but my name got that paper. Once my name got that paper, it was on and popping then.
You had some stats.
I got my stats up, yeah. I literally, like, people argue that we had one of the best football classes ever come through St. Aug, and they was just stronger. They was bigger. I was younger than everybody else coming out of school, so like if I was this size, at 17, I'd have been straight, but I wasn't, so yeah, but I had to hit the field, so I turned into a kicker. I was kicking field goals, 250-pound place kicker, and I was hitting them things, and that was how it went, though. My name got in that paper, though. I even got one article.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, the article's framed.
I don't know where it's at. I need to go find it. I think I got it at the house, though. I was pretty impressed by that, though. I was happy about that. I ain't gonna lie.
Achievement.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Because everybody, they're going to this university, that university. I'm like, man, I'm about to go to Xavier. So yeah, but
Xavier is
cool,
an amazing institution.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't everybody going to football scholarship.
Right.
My mom had to pay for school.
Right, and that is an expensive school. Okay, wait. So how did you go from kicker to now I'm throwing these parties?
Believe it or not, I finished so I started off at Xavier University. I transferred to Dillard University after my first year, and I graduated a year early. And we used to play basketball at what it was called the barn back in the day at Xavier during the summer. And going into what would have been my senior year, we used to go out get daiquiris or something after the games, after we played, pickup games. And we were just sitting on the back of a truck talking trash, and we was like, man, we need to throw a party. And we all know we know everybody on campus. Everybody like us. Let's throw a party. It was originally 10 of us. Let's throw parties together.
Oh, wow. And what was that called? That wasn't Here We Go.
That was Here We Go.
10 people.
10 people.
So y'all was making no money because y'all was splitting that 10
Nah. You got to realize we make $2,000. Everybody got $200 extra in their pocket. We lit. That's a pair of Jordans a week back. That's actually 2 pair back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was 10 of us.
Plus tax.
And then everybody kind of everybody became adults. They some wives was like, oh no. Girlfriends was like, oh no. Hello. And then life hit everybody. So
protect the household.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, all of them, we all friends to this day though, literally. So, but we were just talking trash one day, going into what would have been my senior year, and we threw a party the first week, hosted by Young Maine, aka Mac Maine.
Wow.
My partner that actually gave me some bread in the beginning, James Lang. He was a second-round pick of the Hornets.
Shout out to an early investor, huh?
Yeah, that's the only one I ever had. Shout out to James Lang. He was the second-round pick out of Alabama, and he was there with Coach Jackson just training during the summers. And he gave us the keys to success: a dope ride and a few dollars, and it was on and popping right after that. So it was Young Maine, Jonathan Bender, and freaking James Lang. Hell of a first party. I never forget the first party. My daddy worked the door.
Okay.
Y'all
got
know
the business straight.
Yeah, y'all know the judge, Marcus DeLarge, the criminal district court judge. Yeah, his daddy worked the door.
Okay.
That's one of my original partners. So we had the pops at the door, and it went down. I think his dad and my dad looked at each other like, these kids might make some money with this. So it was cool though. Missed them days.
And look, I don't want to age you, but it's been a long time since that first party.
Yeah, we've been in the game a minute.
Right. And so how do you keep that longevity?
You got to keep reinventing yourself. Stay with the times. Keep youthful people around you, and really be yourself. I think that's the part that everybody get lost in, especially in the party game. Like they stop being themselves and they become what they see someone else being. And if anybody know me, I'm the same cornball I've been. Like I'm gonna laugh about the dumbest things and I'm gonna joke about the dumbest stuff, but that's who I am. I never conformed to nothing that was like not me or wanted to be somebody I wasn't.
And this is actually what I love. And I think I don't even remember how we met, but
my cousin Jonas.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so I was going to say how I think I originally saw you was like I saw you in the neighborhood, like in my neighborhood, redoing, like flipping a house.
Yeah, for sure.
And one of the ways that like you go from, I feel like this whole thing that you're talking about, like remember who you are, right? And we do a lot of remembering work at the organization, and sometimes you think you just moving and flowing with whatever it is, but that's not who you are, right? No. And so sometimes, now we call them clout chasers and this and that, but sometimes people just want to look fresh, just want to be in the mix, but they're not building anything, right? And so how did you get to the point where you had that wisdom where you're like, okay, I'm throwing these parties, I know all these people, and I'm going to make sure I have assets? Because I think back in the day, building the middle class was, through government institutions and stuff like that, right? You had to be a teacher, and the game is different now.
Nah, I always took the approach, you gotta have a foundation. So like throwing parties gave me a chance to, I guess you say, get an ups on it, building a solid foundation. And my foundation was real estate. Cause I always know that, at some point in time, I am gonna say, I'm done with this party game.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna throw in a towel like I'm.
Time ain't here though.
I'm not here. I'm nowhere near right now. But there is gonna come a day where I'm like, I'm throwing a towel in. Like I'm good. I mean, I'm done what I came here to do, and I'm good on it. So yeah, like I like to refer to myself as like, honestly, like I feel like I'm LeBron.
Come on.
When it comes down to parties, for sure.
Come on.
Like I still could average 30 and 10, and we've been around a long time. Like that's my
big B's.
Like we just, I think that's the only person because it's the longevity part that's like, and staying at a high level. Like you could argue one, not two,
very
but
disciplined.
I have a regimen that I go through every week to make sure that this is secure, that's secured, and we still working no matter what. Like I literally live and breathe this, like in real life though. Like I get up, I do real estate, and it's a party on my mind. Like that's how I operate. And I've been blessed with the opportunity to really do that, for a long time. Because a lot of people can't do parties this long, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Because people ain't gonna follow somebody for that long.
Nah.
Because at some point, the people gonna fall off.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, you see, like I had a party. This was like during the hurricane in Houston, and like this young lady was coming to the door.
Oh, I think I do.
And she said,
Ida, you mean?
I think, during Ida. Mm-hmm. She said, I think you know my mama.
Ooh.
I'm like, girl, I don't know your mama. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, like the young lady mother was like partying with us, like in college, like on something. Like I'm like, man, what's going on? Like,
right.
But it was pretty cool, that you see you can get to, a mother-daughter. That says a lot about the, being in the game so long and staying at a high level. I mean, that's the whole thing. Like at the end of the day, like if I can't perform at a high level, I'm out.
Yeah. Favorite party you've ever thrown? That's
the easiest question in the world. All-Star 2014, Drake, Diddy, Big Boy, Meek Mill, Kevin Hart, Janelle Monáe. It was crazy. Like I remember, shout out to my big homie, Monty, he had passed away. He was Biz Marquis' manager. And he was like, say, bro, they all on the way. And he looked me clean in my eyes, and he was like, this your moment you've been waiting for all this time. I'm like, what you mean? Like, I said, this sound like chaos. He was like, you built for this. This is what you do. And I'm like, all right, let's go. And it was like, it took over the internet. Oh yeah, it was, when I say it went platinum, it went platinum. Like, and they all performed, like, and I think that night I had Fabulous and August Alsina hosting. And it turned from Fabulous and August Alsina to like the A-listers. Everybody that was sitting courtside of the game was in the party. It was chaos, but it was like the most amazing chaos I've experienced in my life. Yeah.
Speaking of courtside, you're always courtside.
Yeah, I enjoy basketball.
Over there? Look.
I enjoy basketball a lot. Yeah, definitely. But shout out to the Pelicans. We're trying to get the 6th seed right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 2 games left.
Listen, we trying to connect with Jose. We trying to Jose.
I got you. We're gonna get Jose in here. That's the homie, man.
We gotta build. We Jose all about that black and brown solidarity building.
He a real cat. He a real cat. He ain't no Hollywood character, so we're gonna get him in.
And that's what we need. We need people who are really on their stuff, but then also dedicated to the community because we gotta give back.
Yeah, that's the real life homie. A good dude though. Like I'm gonna work on it for you. I got you.
Okay, I love that. Let me see. What else? One of the things we talked about it a little bit was it's so much concern and real concern around safety in the city right now.
Yeah.
And how do you keep your party safe? Like, do you think about it intentionally?
100%. I don't play with nobody's life. So when you walk in my event, I feel as if like I'm responsible for your life.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate that.
I think everybody will tell you, like, from a security standpoint, I don't play no games. I'm not gonna cut no corners. I'm not gonna play it short. Like, I think for the last one we did this past week, I had 44 security on staff. Like your life in my hands. Like me and Herb, which is my partner, shout out to Herb. We don't really we know that like at the end of the day, if something go bad today, it may not be no tomorrow.
Right. For
you, me, or any patron in there. So we don't really we take it serious.
Come on, patron.
And we try to hide the best. Like, yeah. I mean, literally, like when I say like that's always been a thing of ours, like essentially if you don't protect whatever you got going on right now, there is no tomorrow. There could be no tomorrow for sure.
Yeah.
And that can mean any way. Like there could be no tomorrow as far as business goes, or it could be no tomorrow for you because your life in jeopardy too if you play around with it.
I mean, yeah. I don't know if you saw this. The founder of Cash App.
Yeah, that's
that
scary.
guy. And I mean, rest in peace to him. But like,
all kind of conspiracy theories they're saying about that. I heard.
Well, and just in general, like it's I live in the hood. Shout out to my block. We all take very good care of each other. So pull up if you want.
Central City gangster.
Hello. Look, very much chola energy up in here. But yeah, you can. It's every block. Anybody can get it right now, right? And so,
sure.
How do we protect? How do we protect ourselves? How do we protect our community? Is there a way forward?
There's a way forward. I think that it's economics at the end of the day. Like, everything falls about money. I think there was, and this is a real statement. When Donald Trump and the government gave us the money with the stimulus and through COVID, I think it was like a weird moment where I don't know if some mentality has changed, where it was like a free lunch mentality. But we all know there's no free lunch ever, right? And I think that's what we're going through right now. It was free, but it really wasn't free.
Dang, so there's a lot of PPP gangsters out here. No, I'm playing.
I ain't getting into that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, when you get like stimulus money and you got a free check essentially in your mind.
People got racks, huh?
Yeah, you got some people got some bread now. I don't get it twisted. But it's just one of them things where I think that we didn't do that and we didn't educate when we did that.
Yeah.
So we like, I guess it's hard getting people to work right now. Like, it's a different world we're living in right now, and just kind of, I think it's through economics and education. That's the two E's that I think essentially is why we see the uptick in the crime and everything that's going on right now. Because at the end of the day, it's called the have and have-nots. People that don't have, they're going to go after the people. They're going after the people that have, like, know.
Pac said, I'm knocking on the door, but if you don't open the door, at some point.
We're going to kick that mud in.
Right. And
you
so
got to.
I think it's, people don't want to work, but also people aren't paying people a living wage, right?
Yeah.
And so especially I think people who are doing hard labor, they're like, well, why should I keep working for your $10 when that's not going to give me a living wage and I could do something on my own?
Yeah. You've seen a lot of entrepreneurs going through COVID, which is dope. It's dope as all outdoors, but I ain't gonna lie. Somebody got to go to work though too.
Right.
So we gotta figure out what's going on with the workforce, because essentially right now, as people, it's crazy because crime is up and less people are working. So it's clearly like, there it is. So we got to figure out how we can transfer people from crime back into the workforce.
Yeah. I think the other thing is, you talked about education. You went to Xavier, you went to Dillard, but I feel like for people who have young kids, college is not an option. Like, college gonna be on Pluto. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
College is
not an option.
Well, I say that you can build a business without going to college. You can, build a whole tech platform. You can, you can code. You can do all these things without going to college.
I agree, but
so we had to rethink about it. So how do we?
Nah, you in the conversation. Now we're gonna talk about it now. So what I'm saying is this: I think that college is actually necessary for some is not. The ones that are scatterbrained like myself need college. It gives you structure. It gives you a method to your madness.
Yeah.
If you are able to achieve the unscattered brainness and methods prior to going in that time of your life, then you don't need to go. But for somebody like myself, I needed it because I was scatterbrained. I'm all over the place. I didn't have that concentration ability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I needed some marketing methods to go along with what I wanted to do.
What would you say to a young person right now? Anywhere from like 18 to 26, they lost, they not in college, they can't get into college, or they don't want to go to college, and they're trying to figure out, who they are and what their pathway is going to be. What's the advice you would give them?
One, they need some Jesus,
okay.
for one. Okay. I think a lot of people don't believe in Jesus. But I feel like it's more and more people that don't believe in Jesus right now.
I think spirituality.
Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I think spirituality is one of the things that, like, in general, I feel like is not something that people value or focus on, and we're trying to figure out how do we, help people focus on it, right? Because it's needed. It's a part of
downtime to think and to have that I guess you say free moment in your mind is really valuable. So you gotta sometimes you gotta come out of this and kind of have that woosah moment.
Yeah. How do you woosah? How do you ground? You meditate?
I go to church every week. I don't miss church on Sunday. And believe it or not, for me, church is church for the spirituality part, but it's also my moment. Because everything else, this phone is constantly ringing. I'm sure, I missed 10 missed calls since we've been sitting there. So it's you kind of got to have a moment to relax and just kind of take everything in that's going on in life and appreciate some things and figure out things you got to work on.
Yeah.
So you got to have a moment to where nothing going on, but you got to live in it too though at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely
So get some Jesus. That's what you would tell
me. You got to find yourself because essentially when the world moving so fast, you ain't got time to find yourself, especially these young kids these days. So much going on. The phone in front of them the whole time. We ain't had no internet like this moving on our phones when we first got our phones.
Right.
It was a straight phone call. That internet was taking
after 9 o'clock.
Yeah, after 9 o'clock, we waiting on the minutes to get popping. After 9 minutes, everybody got unlimited minutes now. So, but it's just it's a different thing with the world the way it moves right now. The internet can be in your hand all day long, and you could constantly find yourself in that what I call the dungeon. You get on YouTube, you're gonna lose yourself in there so quickly. So you got to kind of have that moment where you're away from all of that to find yourself, to understand your purpose and what you're going for sure.
So many people need that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know a few of them too.
Hello. We talk a lot about, a part of our organization is our voice, Nuestra voz, is about sort of anchoring and ancestry. And while we say anchoring and ancestry, we just mean the time that we've been alive, that's not all the time that we've been here, right? We've had people who've come before us, who've done amazing things. Who's one of those ancestors? You talked about your boy, rest in peace. But who are people who you feel man, I stand on this person's shoulders. They hold me down, and I know they flying high, but we still, have great memories.
Ooh. I don't know. That question too deep.
It's too deep. I'm just saying who your partners,
when you say that, what you mean? I don't got to give me you got to break it down.
Right. Well, let me bring it down. For me, my mother passed a year ago, and so to me, that's my ancestor. That's who's shoulders.
So
I'm that's me.
Oh, you saying immediate, nothing that's too far.
No.
Oh, my grandmother, 100%. That was my pride and joy. That was the one for sure. 100%. That was
and week to week you think about
all this
her.
stuff moving in life, it's early stages of here we go. I go by mom's house during lunch, I'm about to go over there, I'm gonna chill. That was my chill moment. So
yeah,
cause she gonna have something to eat, talk about stuff that you really don't want to talk about, but you're gonna talk about it. So I appreciate all
City?
That. Yeah.
That's why you just be riding by.
A Street all day long. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, I think I want to ask you about one other thing. You said don't talk about it, but I want to talk about it.
Right.
You wait, what?
I ain't tripping. Go ahead. Go for it. You're a gangster. You're a gangster. Go ahead on.
A big one. But no, we wanted to talk about Angel Reece. Let's get to the juice. We are talking Angel Reece, the God, LSU women's basketball champion. What do you think?
Oh, the GOAT. She the GOAT right now.
Hello.
She the GOAT right now.
She said the price went up.
The best black girl Magic at his finals right
Listen, she said the price went up.
I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't watched women basketball to that level since LSU got in the tournament. And I was like, man. I've been paying attention all year. I'm they look like they might be good.
Yeah.
Then I looked at the record when the NCAA tournament started. It was 30-2 or something like that. I'm like, these girls might be legit.
Yeah.
So I tuned in, and she just a little she represents exactly what the world is right now. I think
she's so free with it. She's
free with
it. She
it.
has conviction. I just love her.
Yeah.
Look, Angel, come on the pod.
She's
she don't come mess with us. I know it.
She cool. Like I think that we need more people like that in this world, and I think that I love the way she gave all her messages because it wasn't with no disrespect. There was never no cursing. It was just like just me.
Right.
Like, and I appreciate people being me, like, and, like I'm me, like I can't do nothing else.
And she's like, and I'm doing this for everybody who is me.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
I'm doing this for all the hood, all
don't
the
have a voice, they don't have a camera, they don't have a mic in front of their face. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I appreciated everything she did. Like she went at First Lady neck. Jeez,
I know. Listen, that's why we say she got the juice. Yeah. And this is a part of our juice segment. It's just like, Angel, big salute to my girl.
Yeah,
and everybody on the team. I feel like they had. They like, wait, it's a violation. What you mean,
like,
the winners and the losers going to the White House?
that was whack. You can't make no statement like that. Even though she kind of came out and said that the First Lady tried to come to the locker room. And they kind of denied it because they bracket didn't have them coming out of Baton Rouge. So, at the end of the day, though, like, that's a choice that they made.
Yeah.
So I'm good with it. Like, I'm stand on business. That's the way it goes.
Hello, 10
you ain't
toes down.
Yeah, you ain't got to. Sometimes, politics and sports, they feel like it didn't have to meet. Like, they good with it. Right. I respect it, though. Like, at the end of the day, like, unapologetically, you with no disrespect.
I think talking about politics and sports, one thing that Kim come out here with her feathers, the coach, right? And she just, she
that lady was some stuff, huh?
Listen, she giving glitter, she giving everything,
yards.
and I see so much of her passion and so much of, just excellence. To be honest, like how she turned that program on, and she's also homophobic. Right, which is wild because to be in one of the
hold up, she came out and said that?
Yeah, very much so. Like all the time. Huh? Yeah, like so to be a part of one of the gayest sports, right?
Wait, can we say that? I don't think you can say that. Do you think that's okay to say?
To say gayest sports?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of queer black women. It's a lot of gay, lesbian. I don't know. Why we can't say that? Now, not everybody, but it is factual in terms of.
Hey, y'all, listen. I don't know what this lady talking about, but y'all heard it all right.
What you mean?
I don't know. You think you could say that though? I don't think you could say that.
Why not?
I don't know. That's an interesting statement you made. That I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm on some for real. You think you could say that like public on the mic?
Yeah, I think it's okay for us to have.
That's
strong
a free conversation.
Critique. I think it's us to have strong critiques, especially of people who are leading in the sport. It's like hating women and you coaching women. That's wild to me.
Yeah, that is wild because some of the I guess you say like the people that the biggest WNBA players that they are gay women and they coming out as gay women. So. I guess that's a factual statement. I didn't.
Yeah, and shout out. We love all our.
I got you. I just didn't know that was like okay to say. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna
Why wouldn't it be okay to say?
I don't know. This is a different world we live in. You can't say everything you say. So, you got.
I think it's a.
But I think that's a fact, though. I think that's a fact when you say it like you said it, though, for sure.
Yeah. I think that if you gonna be for us and if you gonna win with us, like you gotta win with all of us. You gotta be ready to like respect all of our humanity.
Nah, she a country girl from Louisiana, so
right. So you already know what that's given.
Yeah.
You already know what that's given. You want me to explain that one?
I want to hear me like my ears is open.
Well, to me, like she's a Louisiana white woman, right? Which means like
traditional white America at its finest.
Right. Well, southern
white America at its finest.
Right.
I understand what you're saying.
So that's given homophobic for sure, because that's articles. Look it up. Google it.
Possibly don't love black people. Never dealt with too many of them.
Right. But you're gonna make your whole legacy and career off of black people, right?
Yeah, I love her attitude though. Like
I do. I think there's great things about her. We ain't got to throw the whole thing away, right?
No, 100%. No, like, but I mean, just her energy and the way she even like moved on the sideline, coaching wise, like. I felt the moment for her too. Like she was like, she really left something great. You know what I'm saying? Came back to Louisiana and what she said, ain't nothing changed, but I'm just a little more wrinkles. You know what I'm saying? Like since I left here, so it was dope. I literally enjoyed that whole run they had. That was amazing.
It was amazing, yeah. Whoever is running media for the LSU,
so I listen.
They got Lil Wayne on the.
Listen, I asked. It's a former student that went to LSU, and that boy is the truth. He's amazing. I think he's one of the best. For sure, they have the best media in college sports right now.
Oh my God!
Like you got to realize that. Go back and this one here was great. But do you remember the football championship one? Mm-hmm. Oh my God!
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of the videos. I'm like, wait, who cut this?
Right.
Like,
and the vision, right? Like the vision, I distinctly remember
when they jumped up and their arms crossed, and it was just like, yeah, the Joe Burrow run was crazy too. Though,
yeah,
it was a good time.
I would say I loved this whole tournament. It was amazing. And my heart still goes out for Louis Vuitton Don.
Cold-blooded.
I'm so sad that I wanted South Carolina to win.
Yeah, but I think it worked out for us. So
it did. Well, I guess I wanted them. Yeah, I did.
We lost by a 20 piece of them.
I wanted them to go against LSU.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Right.
Caitlin needed that, though.
Man.
I'm standing on business with Caitlin, too.
Listen.
Too cocky. The basketball girls don't like that.
That's cocky?
Cocky. She cocky.
Really? I think competitive.
Nah, she cocky.
Yes.
Cocky. I'm not giving that. No. Then the basketball guys got a way of humbling you. And I was like, you got to eat that humble pie.
What is it? Karma is a very patient
gangster. You got to get real careful.
Yeah.
Like until you sitting on that mountain.
Well, listen, and then she didn't even want to guard the girl when the girl was going to do a 3-pointer. Yeah, do you remember that?
You got to, I just think she's a little too cocky for me.
Yeah, I think Caitlin, being competitive and 100%
she got
that,
game. I'm not no disrespect to the game.
It's good for the sport.
Yeah, it's good for the sport, all of the above. But, life have a way of humbling people. And she got that storm. That LSU bench was a storm in the first half.
Yeah.
She didn't see that coming. That girl averaged 2 points a game and had 21 in the first half. Nah, Lil Ice Spice was killing.
Yeah,
it was lit. I had a good time. I was all the way locked in. I ain't moved from the TV that Sunday.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
Definitely.
I was at a bar catching it, and when I tell you that place went up.
Yeah, I can't do that in public. I can't go watch stuff like that in the bar.
You gotta hear it.
When I'm locked in like that, I need to hear it. I need to see it.
You need to have the captions on.
I'm
you got the captions on?
Yeah, I need to see all that. I need to hear it.
Let me hear.
I need to hear it all.
Do you do closed caption on when you watch shows?
No, I just turn it loud as possible. And everybody's like, why it's so loud in here, Yeah.
So yes, salute to LSU women's basketball team. Y'all definitely have the juice, all of it. Our respect, our love.
Repeat.
Okay.
We trying to go back to back, man.
I think they got it. I think they got it for the next few years.
Ooh, if they come back to back, you think it was turned up this year?
I think they got it for the next couple years. Yeah, I think we got to figure out. I haven't seen any pictures of the parade, but I hope the parade.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they might have got shot on their parade because we ain't seen no pictures. I think the parade was yesterday too.
Yeah. It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow? All right, cool.
Oh, okay.
Shout
not
out
the
to Nick,
parade.
I was like, what's going on?
Right, not the parade on Good Friday. Good Friday go up, though.
Yeah, Fish Friday.
What you got going on
Fish
for Good
Friday
Friday?
Alcohol. Oh, I'm chilling, me. I be inside, y'all. If it ain't at a basketball game or throwing a party, I be inside, I have, I need some peace, Late nights come, too many late nights sometimes, so I try to get inside.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we want you to take care of yourself.
100%. Got to.
Yeah.
I work out every day, though.
Well, listen, the people be watching on Instagram.
They do?
Well, you be giving the updates.
I got to give them the updates. I got to get my running. Got to get my weights in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming on.
All right, no problem.
We're grateful for you.
Y'all got to check, though.
We do.
Ooh,
mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you get your parking paid. We're going to give you validation, brother.
Damn. I even park for free, so we good.
All right.
I love y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate you for having me for sure.
Yes. All right. We also love to do the rising ritual with you all. A lot of people, just like the conversation we had with Greg, he was talking about a lot of people are kind of missing out on spirituality. One of the root words of spiritual is ritual. So we want to always give people kind of good medicine and also good ways to ground and do natural homeopathic and things that you can do at your house to either relieve stress, to meditate, etc. And so one of the things that we want to bring to you today is last Friday, we had Grounding Grooves, which was our first in this series. We had St. Amethyst, who sonically brought all of the affirmations, all of the groove, all of the vibe. And we had Malia, who came with really a strong meditation, grounding exercise, and of course Mama Denise Graves, who's actually coming to the border trip with us. She opened it up with a strong affirmation, a strong libation. Libation is where you call in, acknowledge the land, acknowledge the things around you, but also where we call in the good energy, the good spirits. And so we call in the ancestors, only the good ones, to be able to bless us, to make sure that when we were dancing and grooving, that, we're dancing and grooving with our favorite people. And so that's something that I'd love for all of us to do. When we talk about those people who came before us or who are no longer with us, let's say their names. So I always say my mom's name. My mom passed about a year ago. And so, Mama Vilma, we love you. I love you. And so thank you for joining us on the pod today. What else? I think that might be it, y'all. That was a good episode. Make sure you show some love when you listen to us, whether that's on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, that you not only subscribe, but that you rate us, give us 5 stars. Again, show the love. And let's see, make sure you share and make sure that, we're going to do this every other week. And so we have a really amazing season this year. So yeah, make sure you show some love. Peace.